So, Neville speaks about assumption and how to assume that you are what you want to be, to assume that you have what you want to have. And I think a lot of us, including myself, we have used this art of assumption in the material world. We are too much of a consumer of it. If you will, we assume certain products and clothing brands, fame and money and things of society. But I really think if you just use this art of assumption just for that, I really think you are selling yourself short. I don't think you should really use it for material goods. I think there is so much more to life. And assumption that has truly freed me more than any other assumptions, to be honest, is the fact that life is a dream and I am its dreamer. This assumption has freed me more than any amount of money or clothing or really anything. It's freed me. The reason why is because I have had experiences where I have become conscious inside of my dreams, and I knew that I was sleeping back home, and I knew that I was going to be awake within it. I have also had dreams where I had terrible nightmares of people doing something to me, something unusual to me, harming me, or I had dreams of me harming others, which is not my moral code. But soon after I wake up, I feel relieved. That's just a dream, and that is unusual things I experienced moment ago in my dreams was not real as I thought. And that relief when you wake up, it's so wonderful. So, I mean, if you did something that was against your moral code inside a dream, I mean, you would probably would feel shame. But because it was a dream, you just kind of remove that shame immediately. You don't carry it with you, and soon after a week, or you forget or drop it everything you have ever done in those dreams. Now imagine for a second that this life is also a dream. How much relief would you honestly have knowing that this is just a dream? I mean, how much relief would you feel if you knew none of this was a real as you thought it was? I really believe that once a man assumes life is a dream, man is given a divine relief. See how good it seems. Because I can't think of a more lovely relief than knowing all of this was just a dream. And I now know this assumption doesn't seem on the surface that practical. But I really think it opens up a freedom within you to remove that shame, to remove that fear that this is not real as you think it is. And from actually removing that fear, you can now begin to play with the dream. I remember when I became conscious inside of my dream, I got very excited to just create things and go places, and that's the same as this life. I really believe that my imagination was trying to show me that this life is the same because I couldn't tell the difference between this word and the word I was dreaming. I really couldn't. Everything was solid and everything was solidly real. And what I'm supposed to do with that experience? I mean, I was in another world where I was experiencing things just like this. I don't think this word is different, to be honest. And I really think that if you use this art of assumption, not just for material things or outwardly things, and really try to assume things about just your sense of self, about who you are, who you want to be, or what you want to do. How do you just want to feel today? I mean, you can just assume anything. And I really think, though, in my experience, the greatest relief I have felt is assuming and truly feeling it as a fact that life is a dream. And when I assumed it, I was given a lot of euphoric feelings. And a part of me maybe wanted to resist it, but I just pushed beyond that and stopped listening to that fear and just kept persisting in that euphoria. And the next thing I know, you just get delighted and you realize it's true that life is just a dream from that position of being the dreamer. You can now know, do what you want without feeling that there's any some obstacle in the way. You truly are your own obstacle because there is nothing else within you but I am, and that's you. Every problem that you have within your mind is created by you, and it only exists because of your attention to it. If you grew up in certain manner where you didn't like, and mm, you seems to keep repeating certain things of your childhood or your past, it's so simple, but actually you are just reacting to the things in your mind. The Neville tells us not to react, he tells us to act. He says stop reacting. He tells you don't have to have the same reactions as your parents did or their parents did. You are your own person. You are unique and you can have your own reactions, or I should say, you have your own actions. You don't have to keep reacting to the past or to the future events that you create in your mind. It's the reaction. It's you not learning how to show indifferences to it. That's the problem. It's you feeling that you have to accept it. On some level, but if you really believe life is a dream, you could change yourself when you want. You don't have to feel like you have to ask permission from anybody, and you shouldn't because there is no one else to ask. If you feel like you are not allowed to feel what you want within your own body, you're going to cause yourself a hell within you. These are your feelings, these are your thoughts, these are things that you want to feel about yourself. If you don't do it, then who will? If there is nobody else within you, no one can feel things for you. I can't think your thoughts. I can't think thoughts for you. You really are the operant power. You would want it to be that way. You really wouldn't want to change that. So knowing this information, I hope you experience the relief that I have experienced in my life, that it is truly a dream. Now here is a quote from Neville. You rise to a higher level of consciousness by taking your attention away from your present limitations and placing it upon that which you desire to be. Do not attempt this in daydreaming or wishful thinking, but in a positive manner. claim yourself to be the thing desired. Thank you.